Man, I don't even have YouTube up and running to see what's going on. Let's get YouTube up and running while you guys are waiting. Coming on board. See what's going on out here in the world. Sorry guys, I didn't, it's that morning. Getting back in the swing of things. Allergies are terrible today. Hold on 1 second. Oh. I gotta get back to where I need to get back. Back to where I once belong. I do not know what's in the air today. It is going to drive me crazy. Let me get this live stream up. I don't even know nobody's out there. It's been a while. It's been a while since we talked. Man, YouTube is slow. We are having our morning cup of illy coffee, a Missouri cup. A Missouri cup. The show me state. I wanted to show you guys something this morning. But YouTube is not playing well. Let's see if we can get back to it. Live. There we go. Let's take a look at it. See if anybody's actually out there. You guys might not be out there. You might have given up on me. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like you guys gave up on me. I know I've been away for about a little over a month now, so hard to get back in the swing of things, but that's okay. I am live today. We're figuring out the schedule. It's not going to be live every day like we were last year. A couple times a week, 2-3 times a week is probably going to be what we go live. Right now, I'm in the throes of updating something. As you guys may or may not know, a lot of times when you're going on YouTube, you're either going to be looking up at the camera above your screen or below your screen. That's kind of what I had before. I had a monitor right here, and the camera was mounted above it, and I tried to get it to where I was looking kind of straight at it. I've had a teleprompter for a long time. I'm going to switch over to that view. I got to get back to where I once belonged. So, if I take my camera, I can show you. Look at that, I'm upside down. Right side up. Okay, there we go. So there's the live stream going out over there. But there, right there, is a teleprompter. And that's what I'm talking about today. I haven't used the teleprompter since I got it, and there's a big reason. There's a main reason for that. There's monitors that way and monitors that way, all kinds of stuff. But right in the middle there's a gap, and there's the teleprompter that is right there. Hey, there you are looking back at me. So the reason I didn't use the teleprompter is because I couldn't get PowerPoint and the things that I wanted to watch to show up on the teleprompter right? That's what I was, I'm faced with this dilemma, and I had several iPads. So go to this, forget which one's the overhead. That's way up there. That's not the one I'm looking for. I need this one, this overhead. So there's two iPads here, right? And there's two iPads, and if you look at them, let me try to get them both in there. They look a little bit funny. So the question is, in the teleprompter, essentially you put, let me switch back to, you guys can see me. So in the teleprompter up there, the theory is behind what looks like a mirror, it's called a beam splitter, the camera sits right behind that. And the beam splitter acts like a mirror, but it's angled to show what's below it. And what's below it is an iPad. You put an iPad there, the iPad connects to the system, and then I can show like a PowerPoint presentation there, or this video, the screen that I'm looking, the feed that I'm looking at now. So when I'm looking at you instead of looking up or looking down or looking to the side. it's more interactive. We're talking together. But the problem was there was no good way to make that happen. And I'll show you why that is here in a minute. So Apple came up with Sidecar. And I thought, oh, Sidecar is going to be cool because I can just use Sidecar to run an additional monitor and then kick it out there. But the problem is, if you'll switch again up to this. This was the iPad I started with. This is what I had. It's an older iPad. It's like, I don't know, 2015 or 2016 or something along those lines. And it's not Sidecar compatible. So that was the number one thing, right? So this is a newer one. This is an iPad Pro, which obviously we can run Sidecar on. So I can just go in here and I can, well, actually, where I have lost, there we go. I'm going to put picture in a picture on. Well, just I'll switch to the desktop. So I can go in here, and there's our iPads, right? So I can go in here, and I can turn on Sidecar, right? Sidecar is going to come up. It's going to ask me the device I want. iPad 2, I guess that's going to connect over USB. Sure, that's great. And it's not connecting. I'm not sure why it's not connecting. Connect to. Connect over USB. I should be on Wi-Fi. So that's the question. Why it's not connecting? It is a pretty dang good question. I have connected to this before. Let me make sure I'm on Wi-Fi. These are the troubles of... Yeah, I'm on Wi-Fi. All good. I'm not sure why. Why it's not seeing... Yeah, it's seeing another iPad. It's not seeing this iPad. Well, anyhow, I'm not going to dwell on this too long because you guys aren't here for that. So the main problem, look at this, I'm down here. I don't want to be down there. The main problem is Sidecar can reverse the image, but it can flip the image. It can flip the image 180 degrees, which we need that for the device up there. But for the teleprompter, I'm still befuddled why it's not showing up right now. It's the live demo gods, I guess. But it won't. It'll rotate it, but it won't flip it. And we need to do both, because the mirror needs to flip the image and rotate the image, right? And we can do that with the Luna display. We can't do it with Sidecar. And Sidecar also only works with newer Mac OS and newer iPads. So if you have an older one, you're not going to be able to do it with that. So if you have a newer device, you have to have a newer Mac and a newer iPad. Then you're going to be able to do it. You're going to be able to use it. But if you look, and I'll just get back here again. If you look, my system, if you look, it's not right. Right? Everything is wrong about the way this iPad looks. It's like backwards, it's upside down, and that's intentional, right? So if we take this thing and we're going to put it up here, and I'll switch you back to the camera view. phone. Now, if we look, when we look up there, it's right. It's flipped, it's back, it's right, it's the way it's supposed to be. So if I did have, let's see if I bring a PowerPoint up. Let me find that. And a PowerPoint. Let's see what we got. So it treats that iPad like an additional monitor, right? And that's what Sidecar does too, right? I'm just creating an instant iPad over here, an instant presentation, and my hand is shaking because I'm moving two things here at the same time. Put my quick starter outline together is not so quick starter. Okay, so I can take a PowerPoint presentation. Let me set my slideshow up to be browsed in an individual window. That's what we want. Let's put this here and let's put it in presentation mode. And now I can take it and I can slide it over here to this window. And then just expand it. And now I can see the PowerPoint. So now I can look there and talk to you all, right? I can also, and this is what we're going to talk about, this is the important part. Let me close that out. I'm not going to save the Dickens presentation. Now I can take you guys, the show here, the really big show, and I can move it here now. So when I switch the camera back over to the main camera, I'm actually looking at you guys. Hey, I can see you, I can see me. I know I'm looking at you because I can see it, and we're right online. And that's the whole goal of this whole thing. That was the whole exercise. Now, Sidecar doesn't flip. It doesn't, it only does part of what we needed to do. And I could only, if I could only get Sidecar to work, I don't know why it's not working on the big old iPad. I don't get it. So I'll figure that one out. We'll revisit this. I'll slice some of this stuff together. I'll make it make more sense. But now we're back to where I can look at you. And I need to adjust the teleprompter. I'll probably bring it down a little bit. But that's the whole point. How have you guys been doing? That's what I want to know. How have you guys been doing? Are you ready to start digging into cloud? Cloud technology is where we're going. Oh, I was going to show you. It's just that kind of morning. I was going to show you. This is what the Luna display looks like. It's little tiny. So you have either the Lightning or the USB-C. They connect between your Mac and your iPad. So here's your stats if I can find them. They're over here. Sorry, I'm going to be looking in a different direction. Where is... I have the stats. Use iPad. So for Sidecar, it's got to be a 2016 or later MacBook Pro, a MacBook 2016 or later, MacBook Air 2018 or later, an iMac 2017 or later. iMac Pro, it's got a note for Retina 27-inch late 2015. iMac Pro, which we can't get iMac Pro to work. Oh no, sorry, iPad Pro. iPad Pro, all models is supposed to work. iMac Pro, Mac Mini, Mac Pro, Mac Pro 2019, Mac Mini 2018 or later, iPad Pro, all models, iPad 6th generation or newer, iPad Mini 5th generation or newer, and iPad Air 3rd generation or newer. And then the Luna display it's got a little bit iPad, your primary Mac, must be a 20 or 11 or later. Running Mac OS 10.11. Your iPad must be a Mini 2 2013 or later, a Pro 2016 or later, 5th generation iPad Air 2013 must be running iOS 9.1. 32-bit devices are not supported. And then you can use this as a secondary display. You can send it to another Mac, which could be a 2007 or later and requires Mac OS 10.8 Mountain Lion or later. A strong Wi-Fi connection or a direct cable connection, which I was using earlier. Now I'm on. Right now I'm actually on Wi-Fi, and it's lickety split. It is very, very quick. So that's what we got going on. That is a lot faster than the lag to YouTube. That's what we're going to be putting out as we go into the new year. Man, guys, I got to look forward to a lot of good things this year. A lot of good things. We're going into cloud. We're going to get into cloud. We're going to get deep into cloud. We're going to look at Security Plus 601. That's the new one. That's the new Security Plus. We're going to dig into that one. We're going to have more pre-recorded videos, and that's probably what this one's going to turn into, because this was kind of a train wreck this morning, guys. Kind of a train wreck. But we can cut this one up and make it into something, because I did the unboxing. This is the box that the Luna display comes in. Here, I'm going to give you the overhead. Go to the overhead. Always got to get back to where we once belonged. So I got to click over here to get. Oh wow, that's going to be an issue. We want H. So we want, yeah. So here we go. So if you look, and we did this in the unboxing, we looked at this a little better than this, but man. This is a little tiny. That's how big it is, right there. It's as big as my index finger, just the first notch of my index finger. If you guys can see that, that's the little resting home. This is the home for it. And I was saying, in the unboxing that we did a little earlier, in the unboxing, man, keep this box. Keep this box, because if you want to set this thing up, we're going to set this thing up and then put it away sometime and not lose it. That little thing is going to get lost. So I'm saying keep the box. Keep the box it came in. It's an old joke there, I'm sure. Oh, but that's where we're at. Have a good day out there. We'll get going. This is a rough start back into things. Oh. Getting things going again is always rough. So we really haven't had any good cups of cyber. We didn't even do the cup of cyber intro. We haven't had a real good cup of cyber since last year, since 2020. So let's get 2021 off and running. I think we're gonna figure out how best to use this thing. So a little bit more modifications coming. You guys are doing great. Take care of your friends, your family, your coworkers. Weird cable there. It's a lightning cable. Take care of each other, and we'll see you next week.